Welcome to the last of our posts this week from St. Peter's Elworth, as we reflect on the words of Jesus from the cross. So far we've heard his words of love, seen what it cost him to be the bearer of our sin. And now in the last two sets of words, Jesus declares that in his death victory is won and the destructiveness of sin conquered. In John chapter 19 verse 30, Jesus says, "It is finished." This is not a desperate cry of one who is dying in defeat. Literally, the Greek words used here mean, it has been and remains forever accomplished. This is a public declaration that the victory is complete. Jesus has finished the work of sin-bearing once and for all. There is nothing left to be done, but for us to accept this gift of love and live in God's presence every day of our lives. And as a demonstration of this, Matthew records that at that moment, the curtain in the temple which separated the people from God was torn from top to bottom. And then comes Jesus' final words as he breathed his last. "Father, into your hands I commit my spirit." And as John records, he then bowed his head and gave up his spirit. The order is important here. It is not that he died and his head fell forward, but it was the other way round. Jesus bowed his head and handed himself over to the will of his Father. Jesus could have escaped death right up to that last moment, but instead he fulfills his promise in the garden the night before to his Father. "Yet not as I will, but as you will." He does this of his own free choice. He gave himself up to death in our place. Jesus' last two statements from the cross, "It is finished," and "I commit my spirit," declares Jesus' victory over sin and its consequences, eternal separation from God. Therefore, as the 20th century theologian John Stott put it, we must come humbly to the cross, deserving nothing but judgment, pleading nothing but mercy, and Jesus will deliver us from both the guilt of sin and the fear of death. You see, Jesus doesn't just deliver us from something, but he delivers us to something new and good. And that we will celebrate on Sunday, on Easter Day. New life, eternal life, resurrection life, life with God today and forever. Jesus died once for all, the righteous for the unrighteous, to bring us to God. So please join us for our worship and celebration on Sunday. Keep safe and God bless.